why James Wade was excited about her coming to Chicago, because she is a player that knows how to get over the hump, having led a team to a championship, carry the load on her shoulders. She knows how to do that and be that.
Mystics group, I mean, we've seen 3 different iterations of it over the last 3 seasons, and they've got to get a mix of players like Tina Charles, who opted out last season. Those who came over from overseas after playing every day. That's a nice balance that you have to find, as Quigley knocking it down on the other end. It's one of the best 3-point shooters in the game.
Last possession for Washington. Tina Charles got that touch on the low block. She was patient enough to let the defense work, and this time showing that she can knock it down from the outside.
Again, Mike Thibault likes to have those pros who can pick and pop. Shooting it from deep, just checking in, is Brittany Boyd-Jones. 8 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks.
Also like the way the young Dallas Wings squad looked. Candace Parker knocking that.
Vandersloot all the way in and bounces off. Hard bounce pass to Charles. Charles gets it right back to put back and one. Natasha Cloud rejected there by Parker. Back the other way, up in transition, and Copper finishes it all. Getting her team together, that's exactly what she helped to bring to Washington back in 2019, the franchise's first ever championship, as Parker knocks that one down. And one of the promising young players dumps it off to Charles, and Charles, you could just see the frustration after that. Cloud, the only one back on defense, and that frustration shove there. Just how this team is still working to gel together, a lot of new pieces and a lot of missing pieces, but that's the welcome sign as Teresa Plaisance knocking down the baseline jump. About 15 points a game. Atkins averaged. Plaisance for 3. And Atkins, right place, right time for the rebound and doing some dirty work.
You know, when Thibault said this is what our offense should look like, he said Cloud should be taking shots, Mitchell should be taking shots, as Cloud's defense leads to offense, but they need Leilani Mitchell.
McCall, Erica McCall with a twofer.
That they have championship pedigree.
And that's something that they're hopeful for, along with Tina Charles. That was best in the WNBA. Vandersloot, Courtney Vandersloot. Yes, she can assist, but she can drop points. Well, you mentioned just the ability to have multiple ball handlers, just dumping it right over to DeShields for the trifecta.
Her way back, she's out. But James Wade said, we rushed her back last year. We're going to take our time working her back in. Nice move and finish by Stephanie Dolson there. Candace Parker has handled a lot of the point guard responsibilities. And the way they run, Kalia Copper can initiate, and Diamond DeShields.
McCall working on Hebert. The left hand, no, but the right hand is true.
And she doesn't give up on a play.
Mitchell trying to cut through the turnover. Sky getting out in transition, and Copper, you just see the speed. The 94 feet is just nothing for her. It looks like a track. They get it down to McCall. McCall once again.
You know Mike Thibault, and he's a great coach, and Washington will be ready when the time is right.
Trying to provide a voice for the voiceless, and I think Tina Charles is adding to that. Natasha Cloud is the player that obviously jumps out to you in her work off the court, as Candace Parker with the bucket.
He reiterated that, and that's going to be an important dynamic as this season goes on.
Well, I think the impact or the connection that you have, one, because Wade played overseas, and then, of course, he had that championship experience. Time winds down, and a big season opening win for Candace Parker and the Chicago Sky, 70-56, the final score.